Hey friends, this is Palm Springs Cindy. Well, I have to tell you about yesterday. You guys, I know it was Thanksgiving, but I had a horrible day. And I am still very upset about it, and that's why I'm going to share it with you guys, because if I talk about it, it might take some of the nerves out of me. To start with, the plan was my daughter and I were driving to my sister's house, and she was hosting Thanksgiving for our extended family, and some of their plus ones. She has the perfect house for it. It is it's a beautiful yard, so indoor, outdoor, and I was really looking forward to seeing all of my nieces and nephews, and especially their children, because we have 3 new little girls in our family, and I just cannot tell you how crazy I am about them. So as I said in a previous video, that since I don't really cook, I try to bring something that doesn't need to be cooked. So I was going to bring dinner rolls and a relish tray. So I went, I got everything, I'm going to say the day before, if not the day before that. And I got down my tray, and I tried to use things that were my mother's, so that when I brought like the dinner rolls were in a basket that my mom had. And then I have a tray that was given to me by for a special occasion by the doctor who delivered me, Dr. Zeven. And Dr. Zeven lived down the street, probably 5 houses away from ours. He lived on the corner, and he had his practice from his office. And so anyway, I had I'm not going to go into this right now, but you might think that's kind of crazy that the doctor who delivered me gave me this beautiful silver tray. But it was, I actually was born without a hip socket. And so when I started, like my mom said, when she would change my diapers, that my leg would totally turn around. And so she was like, but you know how little babies, when they're on their tummies, they're kicking their legs and squirming and everything. Well, finally, when I started creeping and trying to walk, my parents noticed that I walked like this. And actually, to this day, when I see someone my age or older that wears a shoe with a really, really high heel on it, I think that's probably that person did not get medical attention, maybe. I don't really know. But what happened to me was I was actually put in a cast from under my arms to my ankles, with my legs spread out like this, so that my one leg, I guess my bones were still soft enough that if my leg was pushed up into the socket area, that the bone around it would close. Anyway, and then they left a little hole area where my mom could sort of change my diapers the best that she could. Well, anyway, I was in that for a long time, months and months and months. And my mom said finally she just couldn't handle it, because she said, I could tell, Cindy, that your skin in your in your little private area and your thighs and everything, it was just raw and peeling, and it was just not good. So she went back to of course the doctor was checking on me, and then finally he was like, you got to keep it on, she's got to have that bone fused. So eventually I got that off, and then I went into straps, like a metal back with straps around me to hold my body into position. Anyway, I don't remember a thing, and we don't even have pictures of it. But so that doctor had a history with me, and so that's why I gave you that little sidebar. Okay, so I fixed this relish tray. I'm going to show you a picture. It was so cute. Well, anyway, I had everything ready. I even had put stuff in my car. And that night, I think out of pure excitement, you guys, I'm turning into my mom. Out of pure excitement and looking forward. Oh, no, something else happened. My daughter called and said she was not going to come. See, I'm looking at myself in this camera, and see right here? That's not dirt. But I have that shadow thing going on. Oh, well. My daughter had called and said she was not going to go, that she was coughing and stuffy, and she just didn't want to be responsible for getting anybody sick. And after all, Mom, Christmas is just right around the corner. So I was like so disappointed, and I said, I'll stay home with you and we'll have our own little Thanksgiving. And she was like, no, you go. And then bring me back some leftovers. So I was like, okay. So anyway, I was so excited, and that night I did not sleep a wink. I was up all night, up and down, and I'm not sure, well, I'm sure it was anxiety, positive anxiety, because I was looking forward to it. In my mind, I was creating, like, now I'm going to spend the night. So, I need to take this. I need to take that. Don't forget your toothbrush. Don't forget the cords to your phone. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I was a crazy woman all night long. So then I quote, got up because my alarm rang. I think that's when I was sleeping the most soundly, was when my alarm rang, like that last hour and a half maybe. So I got up, and Poppy could tell that something was going on because I was getting dressed, I was moving fast, I was in and out of the garage, I was, like getting the foil out to cover the trays, and I was getting this bowl out and the fresh flowers ready, whatever. And so she freaked out. You guys, she cried the entire time I was getting ready. Now, she's at Kathy. She was going to go to Kathy's house. Kathy was going to dog sit her for a couple of days. So I had her taken care of. She loves Kathy. She loves Kathy's house. There are dogs. She's got a fenced-in yard, all that great stuff. So I kept saying, I was kind of like walking around her, and then I would stop and I would hold her and I would say, I'd sweet talk her, it's okay, it's okay. You're going to be fine, blah, blah, blah. No, she got so bad that she literally made me sick. I was a nervous wreck because of her. I ended up putting her, which I think I've done it once. I put her in the garage so that I could get finished because the other thing she was doing, she was jumping on the bed, jumping on the couch, jumping here, jumping there, out of crazy nervousness and fear that she was going to be left alone. So then the other thing that happened was everything I touched, you guys don't think I'm crazy. Everything I touched, I dropped. So if I picked up my brush, I really had to pick it up 3 times because I would drop it at least once, mostly twice. Everything I picked up, I dropped. And then she would run after, she'd try to grab it. Anyway, long story short, I called Kathy. I said, get here as fast as you can. Poppy is driving me. I was like, I said, Kathy, I'm practically crying. I'm so shook up. So anyway, I thought I put Poppy in the garage. Don't panic. It's very cool out there. It's safe out there. And I went into my bedroom and I just laid down for a while. I thought I need to calm down. So I lay down for a while, just caught my breath. And well, anyway, to make a long story short, I did not go to Thanksgiving. I was so upset. I was so shook up. Kathy finally came. I took Poppy out in the backyard, played with Poppy. Then Kathy came, Poppy left. And then I started finishing up, make sure I've got my keys. Where's my wallet? Where's my purse? Where am I, whatever. Do I have my hat? Well, anyway, I was like, and then I was coughing. Oh, and then I started vomiting. I started when I brushed my teeth, and I got that gagging reflex. And so between my high anxiety, And the toothbrush, I started gagging, and then I started vomiting. It wasn't a vomit from a sickness, it was a vomit from a gag reflex. So anyway, I called, listen to my voice, listen to my cadence of my speech. I'm getting upset just reliving this. Serenity now. So I thought I had timed it so there wouldn't be a lot of traffic. I wanted to be gone by 8 a.m. My alarm rang at 6. I had every single thing ready. All I had to do was cover some stuff with foil because I wanted my relish tray to just be able to go plop on the counter or table, wherever, pull the foil off, and voila, go for it. So anyway, I had everything ready. So I called my sister, and she could tell in my frantic voice. And she said, you've made yourself sick. And I said, I remind myself of Mom. This is exactly what Mom would do. Mom would get so excited for the fun time, family fun time that was a couple hours away. She would have to take a Xanax. And if I had had one, I would have taken one. So I said, yeah, I'm miserable. I'm vomiting now. My nose is running. I'm coughing. And am I really sick? I don't want to get around those babies. So anyway, she said, stay home. So I stayed home. Then she texted me a little bit later and said, if you can calm down, come later. Well, I didn't. So I am so upset about Thanksgiving and that I basically did it to myself. I've got to get a trainer for Poppy. In fact, I talked to Kathy about that, and Kathy said she's going to hook me up with a trainer. Frankly, sometimes I wonder if Poppy shouldn't be around a family with little children where she would have more activity and more loving and more stuff going on around the house versus just me, this little old 73-year-old lady who has a quiet home. And now but I have this beautiful, safe yard. She barely goes out there. I am her playmate. If I go with her, if I play with her, she's in heaven. But she will not play by herself. So then I thought, well, maybe I should get another dog. But is that really the answer? Double the expense, double the everything. And, I don't know. If that would be the fix, I would do it in a hot minute. But I'm not sure that would be the fix. And like I said, Kathy has brought a couple of her dogs over so I could see Poppy with other dogs. But frankly, she still looks to me and wants me to be her playmate. So I don't know what to do. Okay, look, I have to wear, I cannot get my face or this chest area in the sun. So I have to always wear hats that cover. Look at this cute hat I bought. Look at this. And it's like I call it gardener hat. Let's see if I can get this on. Then this is good because it really, like if I'm in my golf cart or something, really keeps it on. And it keeps it, when I'm outside, it does shade this part. So I thought this was so cute. And it's not, it's not heavy. And most of all, it stays on my head. Like if I'm, like I said, in the golf cart or something. And they have different patterns. So I just thought that was adorable. All right, you guys, I'm hoping to feel better today emotionally. And I would like to get out some Christmas decorations, and maybe that will cheer me up and make me happy. I am wearing my Wavy Day wig from Raquel Welch because once I didn't do my hair. Having my iced coffee. Let's see if there's anything else I can share with you as long as I've got you on here and I've shared my miserable story with you. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope it was full of food and festivities and family and fun. Lots of love and another year of tradition behind us. Oh, that's the other thing. If I can find something to complain about, I will. I wanted to bring, I have 2 great CDs, not CDs, DVDs of several years gone by Thanksgivings with the whole family. Everybody that would have been there yesterday would be in these videos, including my mom and dad. So I had those ready. So I thought, I have them in a certain spot. My DVDs, I grabbed that little stack and I like was going like this through it. Well, every one of them were labeled, but about 5. And they could have been blank DVDs. Well, anyway, I thought, well, how do I know which one is the one from Thanksgiving? There's no Post-it on it. So I started fiddling around with that. Well, everything I did made me a little bit later. And then I started freaking out about that because I thought, oh, now I'm going to be running into big traffic. And traffic is just my worst nightmare. You know, where you don't move at all for like 15 minutes, and that's a long time. Then you move 3 inches, another 15 minutes. It's horrible. What if I have to go to the bathroom? It's just a nightmare. Sorry, you guys. I'm such a Debbie Downer. This is good. This is a short but unsweet. It's a short but sour video. I hope you guys had a better morning than I had yesterday. P.S. I love you. Mwah. Until our next conversation. Bye-bye.